welcome back to another episode of Vino y la Verdad, hosted by the ladies of Wine and Wisdom 5. Ladies, how are you?
Hey.
Good. Hi. How are you guys?
Doing? It's Friday Junior.
Yes,
Thank
it
you,
is.
Jesus.
Yes, it is. It's been a long week.
Thank you, Jesus.
It has been a long week, Jessica, right?
It has. It has. I don't know why. I woke up last night thinking it was Saturday, and I'm like, shit, it's only Thursday.
I kept thinking
Saturday,
yesterday was
I
Friday all day. All day I
Oh
kept thinking
my
yesterday was
gosh.
Friday.
Terrible.
That's so
terrible.
funny.
It's true.
You know,
I don't
I have-
know.
I don't have class tomorrow, so I'm like, oh, I can sleep.
Oh, you don't work tomorrow?
Nice.
I don't
Why?
have
What's
class. No,
tomorrow?
I'm sorry. Thinking today's Friday.
You
See?
see?
It's Thursday, so I don't have class on Saturday. So I'm
Oh.
like, oh, I can't
We're
wait to
all
just
messed up.
sleep in.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm there with you because on Tuesday, when I was at cheerleading practice, they have like the last practice is next Tuesday, and they have like a little show, right? Because it's only an 8-week program. The parents are like, "Oh, when is the show?" I was like, "Monday at 7:30." We don't have classes on Monday at 7:30. We have classes on Tuesdays at 7:30. So then a
Oh my
parent
gosh.
came back and was like, "Oh, so we switching it to Monday?" And I was like, "Yeah, today, today the regular day." And she was like, "No, today's Tuesday." And I was like, "Oh." So I had to run out after all the parents. And I was like, "Wait, no, I'm wrong. It's Tuesdays." It's
Oh
just
my God.
it's been a yo-yo of a week. I
We're
don't
all
know.
off.
Yeah, we are.
We're definitely all
Definitely. This has been a crazy, weird week.
Well,
Yeah.
after our Saturday show last week,
Yes.
That was
So we-
amazing. I think we
It
did
was.
so good, guys. I was so excited.
I think it was great.
It was
yeah,
a
so
great
we're like
show.
on a high and we're like, okay, but no, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta keep going. We definitely gotta keep going. Definitely a huge thanks to the Liberty Center, Pastor Cedeno, Legacy Productions, everybody that was involved with the live show. It was amazing. It was definitely a high, introducing our show and our podcast to Elizabeth, New Jersey. We were struggling there for a minute in the in the dressing room.
Rehearsal. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know what
But you
happened.
see how it worked out? So smooth. Like we heard, like the dressing room never even happened.
No, it didn't.
It's like working under
Yeah.
pressure, I guess. That's just kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, we gotta roll. Showtime,
That's it.
Right.
That light hits you. That's it.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. It was amazing. And I don't know about you guys. I was nervous, but not as nervous as the first show.
You know,
I
I actually
wasn't
wasn't nervous
shaking.
at all.
Yeah, I
wasn't nervous
wasn't
at
even
all.
shaking.
you're right. I wasn't as nervous.
Yeah.
You're right.
I wasn't
Yeah.
nervous at all. I guess because I don't know, maybe because I was out there earlier helping set up the chairs and the thing, and people already coming in, and then we walked out to go take pictures in the front, and then we came back. So it's not
Right.
like it was like the first time coming up on the stage.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. The
I
process was different, I guess. The process
yeah.
was different.
Right.
I think for
Yeah.
the first show we were completely excluded from all of that.
Right.
So we didn't know what to expect.
Exactly.
In and out, I guess we just knew what to expect, and
Yeah.
what were we
Yeah.
what were we coming out to?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
but it was still an amazing experience, and we get
It
to do it
was.
again in
Yes.
Philly, with our friend Arts by Sir with Shawnee
Yes.
Rodriguez. I'm
So
so excited
excited.
about that one.
Yeah.
So exciting.
I have to
So
order-
exciting.
My earrings.
Yes,
Me
we have
too.
to
Me
order our
too.
earrings. So I'm excited. She's gonna share the stage with us. So I can't wait for that.
Actually, now that you say that, there is a little spilling of the wine. So you know that she became a commissioner?
she did.
Yes,
Yes.
I saw that.
She was
Yes.
signing yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
She did. She's gonna sit on the committee
So
now.
proud of her.
For Camden, New Jersey, and she's representing the Latin arts and culture.
That is so
for-
awesome.
I think that is amazing. She's
Yes.
the only Latina sitting on that board.
Yeah, that is so great.
Yeah.
So great.
That is exciting. Big moves. Big moves.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, big moves. I'm proud of her, so
Representation
shout out to
matters, you
her.
know?
Yeah.
Representation matters.
Yes, representation does matter. Little by little, we're getting there.
It's really
So,
nice to see how many people we've had on our platform and watching them grow is
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
Succeeding and moving
Yeah,
on and doing
yeah,
great things, phenomenal
right,
things, right?
right,
yes.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy.
We all started during COVID, and
Yeah.
you're right, Jessica. It's interesting and curious to see like how far everybody's gotten, like
Mhm.
Omi is on, Top Chef.
Oh,
I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
watching every Thursday. I'm like,
me
come
too.
on, she's on Top Chef. Ivelisa the other day was on Univision. She had a full interview,
She was just in Puerto Rico too, doing this awesome excursion, like in some
Yes,
caves
Yes.
with bats and her
Oh,
family.
nice.
That was amazing too.
well, the three of them are now in Florida. They
Yeah.
one of I guess a restaurant invited them over. They're
Yeah.
doing like they're gonna watch Omi's next episode and stuff.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
awesome.
cool. So
That's
cool.
awesome. I love the
Yeah.
camaraderie that they've built, the friendship that
Yes.
they've built. And
Yes.
it's funny because they didn't know each
They
other.
didn't know each
It's not
other
like
at all.
us that we grew up together. They
Right.
didn't know each other, and they've created like
Right.
this bond and sisterhood
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
On
of
Instagram.
They help
COVID
each
and
other
social
grow.
media.
They
Yeah.
Yeah.
help each other grow. They've pushed each other along, I feel.
Yes.
I feel it's almost like a motivational thing, right? Like
Right.
she's doing it, I can do it. We can do
Yeah.
this together. We got each
Mhm.
other's back. We can support each other. And that's
Mhm.
beautiful. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I like that they each have something different to bring out.
Yes,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even though they're
Mhm.
all about, their content is about food, but like Rebecca, she's done, a whole series about her mother and being a caretaker with dementia.
Right.
Now she does preventative, measures on that, plus her food. Ivelisa does, but Ivelisa, I think she's la loquita of everybody.
But I love it. I love it because she's the most, I feel, organic or most real, right? Like there's no filter, there's no,
No.
ella dice lo que dice y ya,
Yeah,
que se
yeah.
joda, que no le guste.
Yeah.
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 She
She's so
touches on her,
spunky.
yeah, and she touches on like her experiences and her
Yeah.
traumas, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Coming
yeah.
into today's topic, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So I think that her genuineness is like what grabs me, and her words of inspiration and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's on a natural high all the time. I
Yes.
swear she has to be like that all day, every day. She's like,
Yeah.
like she's
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
fast forward all the time. And
Yeah.
yes, in regards to today's topic, which is generational trauma, she does always talk about her sobriety and the journey that took her there, and everything that she went through to get to where she is today. So, cheers to Ivelisa, 100%.
Mhm.
And
For real.
I'm excited. We have to message her so she can come back on the show. Speaking of generational trauma, that is our topic today. So don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about it in a Pero Porque Vai segment. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to our Pero Porque Vai segment. So today we're going to talk about generational trauma. I wanted to have this conversation because I saw the interview with Kelly Clarkson and Angie Martinez, and a lot of it resonated with me. And I think it resonates with all of us. The similarities in the upbringing that Kelly was talking about, a lot of the things that she's learned on what not to approach or what to approach, and a lot of things that Angie said, and we all watched it. So what do you guys think about it? Like, did you feel you resonated with the interview, or were there things that you were like, that brought something to your attention? Like my takeaway was when she said, I am not attending that argument.
Oh my God, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that you do not have to attend every argument.
Every argument.
That was amazing.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you're absolutely right. You do not have to attend every argument.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I loved that. I was like,
Mhm.
wow, I've never heard that before. I
Mhm.
thought that was so awesome.
Yeah, and
I
it's
actually
not.
did take notes.
Me too. I took notes, and it wasn't literally an argument, right? I don't think she's actually referring to an argument. I think she's
No.
also referring to experiences, life
It's-
experiences.
Right. The
Yeah.
negativity. That's basically what it was about.
Yeah.
I'm looking through my notes because I know I wrote it. You don't need to attend that or every argument,
Mm-hmm.
being the drama, the negativity, the
The toxicity.
the comeback, like the setting
Mhm.
yourself back. And the one thing that really, really, really stuck out to me was when she said, not everyone is deserving of your
Oh.
story.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, coño, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
so
think
true. It's so true.
it is. And I think it all really comes down to setting boundaries, right?
Yes.
You know, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
setting those boundaries is important because you make choices. It's okay to make your choices. You don't have to give in to whatever it is society is asking you to, you know, give in, you
Yeah.
know?
And when they hit the button about kids, I love that.
Yeah.
Have you asked your kid today, are they happy?
Are
Yeah.
you happy?
So
Yeah.
they referenced that
Yeah.
because supposedly when she interviewed J Balvin, he asked his whole team before anything always, how are you happy today? Like that's how he
Mhm.
opens his things with his team.
Yeah.
You know, when they get together. How are you happy today? And we
Yeah.
need to ask ourselves that. Because I don't think we ask ourselves that all the time.
No.
No.
And I don't think we ask our kids that enough.
No.
No.
And
I
really
love when she
listen,
said,
because
like,
you cannot say, are you happy? And then not listen to what they're
Right.
saying.
yeah.
We have to ask, are you happy? And sit there and listen and
Yeah.
be there
Yeah.
for them.
But I
Mhm.
also love like that response in her, with her experience with her children. Sometimes it's no, right?
Right.
Especially when they
Yeah.
were going through a divorce. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
just like you said, really understanding, but then it also allows them to really express themselves and open up
Yes.
emotionally about
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
feeling,
Absolutely.
making it normal.
Right.
And sometimes in just because of the rush of the day, you don't even get to it. And not that you don't want to, because you're like, damn, you're right. I should ask
Mhm.
my kids more if
Yeah.
they're happy, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna definitely try to do that because I think that's important.
Mhm.
But something that resonated with me was when she said, you know, everyone says, did you forgive? Or like something about along the lines of, do you feel if you lose someone, right?
Mhm.
Someone passes, but you didn't like say what you had to say, or
Right. Right.
maybe forgive. And she's like, do you feel bad? And she's like, no, because I tried. Like I
Right.
tried that.
Right.
And
That's when they were
sometimes
talking, I think, about the dad's relationship.
the
Yeah.
relationship, and she's like, no, I can't feel bad because I've tried. There's been so
Right.
many times I've tried, but if that person doesn't want it, then
Right.
like
What
you
can
said,
you
they're not
do?
deserving
Exactly.
of the forgiveness,
Right.
of your
Yeah.
time, of your
Mhm.
story.
Yeah.
So, and
Exactly.
I think accepting that
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard for
It
people.
is
but
very
you're right.
hard.
Yeah.
You know, you've tried, and that all you
Mhm.
can do is try. And if that person doesn't
Yeah.
reciprocate, you've done your part.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Jessica.
I applied that to my divorce, you know, when you got, you know,
Good.
my divorce. Oh my gosh, you know, sometimes when you get divorced, it's like, oh, what did I do? What did I not do? What did I do?
Mhm.
No,
We always
no,
want
no.
to think it's us, the
Yeah,
problem.
you're trying to find a problem within yourself. And really I did all I could.
That's
Mhm.
right.
He
That's
had the
right.
best wife in his world.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
listen, if he did not appreciate it, he did not embrace it,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
didn't let him choke, you know?
Right.
Should have.
You should have,
Yeah.
but it's
Oh, God.
okay. Cheers
Yes.
to that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
And you
no,
know what
but
I love? That they used one of our favorite lines, me time. That it's
Yeah.
so important to have me time. When she said that, I was like, oh, that's our line, me
Yeah.
time. So I love that she said me
Mhm.
time. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I thought I was the only one that would say that.
I
It's
love
us,
the
you know?
fact that she learned and she knew enough that she was going down a rabbit hole, that she was going down this black hole.
Yeah.
And she was like, I need to separate myself from everything and distance myself from everything in order to give myself that time to heal so I
It's
can
so
come back
important.
harder and stronger. And she turned down, she was like, I'm not recording, I'm not
Yeah.
making music,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the show. I'm taking 3 months off. I'm going to La Punta de Carajo with my 2 kids. I'm going to be in the woods and I'm going to just work on
You
myself
have to. You
and
have
come
to.
back.
Yeah.
And then she's killing it, you know? So I love
Mhm.
that she gave herself and she acknowledged that she had that inner strength, because sometimes you do get lost in the pain, you do get lost in the loss, because like she said,
Yeah.
and like we've said on the show, you know, a divorce is a loss, it's a death, and you're going through mourning,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And she resonated with it, and she also realized it, and she also said, you know, this is something that's been going on for years.
Right. It takes time. It's not something you just wake up and
Years.
decide, I'm getting divorced.
Right. And then, you know, the best was for them to, you know, to be apart. I
Mhm.
also love the fact that she was like, I'm not getting married again. And she
Mhm.
was like, and I love my single life.
Right.
Yes.
And she says she loves love,
Yes.
but she's like, you could stay in your place and I can stay in mine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Yeah. And just like she said that, you know, her family was on her, because she's like, they were like, you know, you're in your 30s and you're not married, you don't have kids, you know, they were
She
like,
was
you know,
late to
you're
the
an old
party, like she
maid.
said.
You're an old maid. And that's
Yeah.
what we talk about in the show, right? That
Right.
we're you know, I felt like a lot of their Southern traits and traditions
Are the same as
are
ours.
very similar to us, in the
Yes.
sense that there's that pressure that
Yes.
when you're in your 20s, you're supposed to, you know, get married and have kids and,
Mhm.
you know, get a
Yeah.
job and be a housewife, and that's
Yeah.
life,
And go to church.
and go to church. And go to
You know
church.
something that she also said about the men or the boys, they're allowed to do whatever they want.
Yes,
Right.
Whatever
correct.
they want.
But not the
The
girl.
girls can't go nowhere. She said, but
Yeah.
didn't you don't trust your daughter enough?
Right.
Yeah.
I
To
love
let
that
her
when she
go
said that.
Yes.
You raised her,
Mhm.
Right.
but you don't trust her to just go live her life.
Right.
Right.
So it's that double standard. And I
Mhm.
thought of that and I'm like, wow, that is powerful.
It's so
Yeah.
true.
Because
It's
it
so
is
true.
Even in our culture, we
Yeah,
can't,
yeah,
it's like, no,
Yeah.
you're a hoe, you're puta. And you're like, but I
Yeah.
just want to go out and
Yes.
party. Like, it's fine.
Right.
I have a good head on my shoulders, you know,
Right.
I won't make,
Right.
you know?
But that was the
So-
conversation that I was trying to have at the restaurant on, you know, when we went out to eat, that, you know, we're raised by good families, and it's not that they don't, well, I guess, yes, there's a part of us that don't trust, right? I can't leave her alone, or I can't leave him alone, or you're gonna throw a party. In my sense, 100%, you left me alone. People will come
Well,
over
it's
to throw
hard
a party.
because teenage years is a little different.
Right.
Right.
That's
Like
where I
the
was going with
teenage
it.
years, because they are really trying to figure this out. And
They're trying to figure themselves out.
They're
Yeah.
trying to figure out their boundaries.
Right.
And
Right.
sometimes they make really bad choices. So
Yeah.
that's
Right.
that part
Right.
of the control, you know, or the trust, you know.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There
I
has to be
mean,
a
listen,
balance. There has to be a
I-
balance.
I expressed how I'm like, I can't stand the night, guys. I gotta get home because yo tengo
Right.
esta
'Cause
esta
you
nena
know.
aquí que mira, pues,
You know what
coño,
you
like, I
got.
don't know.
Right.
Oh.
And
But
it's not that you
I
don't trust
I
her,
don't. Yeah, it's not
but
that.
she's
It's
human.
just that,
There's temptation.
and I want to be present.
Yes.
Yeah.
Para que
No,
ella
but
se deje de
let's
respetar.
keep it real. Let's keep it real. There is a little bit of a lack of trust, right? Because
Right.
one, she's a teenager, right? Two, she's going through her experimental
Right.
years, right? Three, she has a little boyfriend, right? So it's like, okay, you know, when opportunity knocks, we were teenagers.
Right.
We're gonna start telling the
Exactly.
stories
And that's
that we
what
did,
that's what
right?
we're saying.
Exactly.
Blocking, block.
What's up?
Yo, that's the problem. You know what you did, and you're like,
Right.
"Fíjate que esta nena no se va a hacer esa jodienda."
Mira, no estamos a Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros
Oh my
pecadores.
God. No. But at the same time, she has her freedom to go on her dates and, do
100%,
her
of
thing.
course.
Like
Because there has to be a balance.
Yeah,
There has to be
yeah.
a balance.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I listen, like I said before, I'm not even gonna knock it. My mother put fire gates on every window in the house. Claudia knows. If I wanted to get something from Claudia from the window, I'm like, hold on, clack, 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 clack. That's how it was, right, Claudia?
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
she still did her shit though.
Of
Yeah.
course, uno encuentra la
Yeah.
manera. And that's why
Yeah.
Jessica's like, I need to be present. So at
Yeah.
least it's not that she did it because I wasn't here.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, it is.
And
I mean,
that's so true.
I gotta act like a mom somehow.
Right.
You're a great mom.
Absolutely.
You're a great mom, and it's
Absolutely.
funny because Kelly was talking about, the way that is, she is because she has a girl, right? But then Angie was like, I have 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then when he went off to college, and she was like,
Yeah.
and so I guess it's a parental thing, and it's just like,
It is.
I found the conversation so deep and so real, hence the podcast, in real life. But I also felt that they were both very genuine about their feelings.
Very open.
Very
Yes.
open, and I was just like, oh, I resonate with this so much. I was like,
You know what I loved? I guess me, because being in a new relationship, right? When she says, when in a relationship, I want you in my life, I don't need you in my life.
Oh, yeah.
And that
Yes,
is me
that was a good one.
100%. Like, don't get it
Yes.
twisted, boo. Yeah, yo te quiero, pero te jodiste porque yo no te necesito. Yo te
Yes.
quiero en mi
There's a
vida, yo no te
difference
necesito
of-
en mi vida.
yes,
There's a difference of me. You need
There's
me.
a very
I
big
don't
difference.
need you. I
Yeah.
want you.
you
I want
Exactly. Exactly.
But and that's what creates those challenges with these men,
Yes,
because
of
they're used to
course.
feeling needed,
right,
Right.
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 So,
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
That to me was like,
yeah,
Yeah.
But
and
that
she-
for me, that comes from your self-love. That
Right.
comes from her healing and her growth, and like
yes.
how
Yeah.
she says she loves being single. She doesn't see herself
Exactly.
getting married.
yeah.
That's me. I love single
And-
life. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. In the beginning, I was like, what's happening? But
Yeah.
as time kept going, I was
'Cause
like,
you're growing.
whoa,
Yeah.
this
Discovering.
feels
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so liberating. It's so
Right.
amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's not that
course.
you don't want a relationship, like she said.
Of course.
She's like, it's not like I don't want to be in love. She's like, I
Right.
loved being in love. I loved, having someone and being with someone. She was like, but I love my single life even
Right.
more. Right. So she learns how to fall in love with herself for the first time,
Right.
because she went through this trauma. Right. And, she was like, she had never been in love before. This was like her first.
Right. This is
true
the first, and she
relationship.
felt hard.
Yeah.
She felt hard
Yeah.
for him. So that's why it was so painful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely. Yeah. And
Wow.
when she said that, she also said that resonates across all relationships, friendships,
Yes.
intimate relationships, family relationships. You're born into my life as my sibling, or you're born into my life as my cousin, right? But I can choose to distance myself from you if
Yeah.
you bring toxic and negative energy
Right.
that's going to
Right.
try to weigh me down.
Right.
So
And you got to feel okay with that. You got to feel
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
Something
And-
else that resonated when Angie was talking, and she said, like, she's empathetic.
Mhm.
And sometimes when people come or maybe have, done something, she'll be like, okay, but maybe not that she kind of finds an excuse, but she tries to understand that other
Right.
person.
Right.
And when she's talking, she said, I was talking to my friends about that. And she's like, but don't change that, because that's
Right. That's who you are.
That's the beauty of who you are as a
Right.
person.
Right. Don't change.
However, don't forget it. Like,
Right.
you know that, okay, that happened. Don't forget it, because you're giving them that opportunity. So you know that person should be, maybe be distant, not to have in your inner
Right.
circle. Because she's like, she's gotten hurt many times that way. And then
Mhm.
but sometimes
Exactly.
you learn, and you just have to let that person like
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
They're not.
Mhm.
And that's when she had also said that it's so important who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
your friends.
Because I always say
Mhm.
that, I have all kind of friends, right? And there's
Yeah.
certain friends that just drain me, that just take my energy out of me.
Yeah.
And then just like we're saying, it's not just your relationship with your significant other or your immediate family. When I love people, so I hurt when they're hurting, right? And it's just who I am. I don't know how to detach. If my people are down and hurting, I'm gonna be down and hurting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and that's just who I am. But like you just said, Claudia, I gotta know that it is not my cross to carry. That yes, I'm there for support and love and whatever I can do that's in my reach, but I cannot take it on as my own suffering
Yeah.
Mhm.
because
Right.
then it's hurting me.
Yeah.
Right.
But like,
Definitely.
do you think, you know, because I'm thinking of my own experiences and
Yeah.
my traumas in life,
Yeah.
where they come from. And I feel like I'm still working through it. And
Right.
I say that only because I'm raising children.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
that makes like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I didn't have kids, I'm like, okay, yes, with my husband and maybe the way I would treat him, because of my daddy issues.
Right.
But I've also learned to see that I had daddy issues because at one point you don't know until you're in
Right.
like
Right.
a serious relationship and someone
Which is
puts
what
it
they
in
both
your-
said, that they both
puts
have
it-
daddy
yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Both Angie and Kelly.
Yeah. And you put it into perspective.
Mhm.
And I also have mommy issues, because my mom was surviving
Right.
with my dad. So it was hard for her. So she was unhappy. So it projected on us,
Mm-hmm.
and as an adult, I understood why
Right.
after, because I'm the oldest. So
But
it
as a
was
kid, you
hardest
don't
for me.
understand it.
Right. Hardest for me. So I would tell Mom, you were so hard, like borderline abusive, but like not,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yes, because she was so reactive instead of talking. So, but however, I find myself that way sometimes. Like I have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
talk
Because that's what you
myself
learned. That
through
was what was
because
inscribed
that's what
into
I
you.
knew.
Right. You're
Yes.
a product of your environment, but your mom
Yes.
is also a product of her environment because your
Right.
grandmother is 80
Yeah.
something years
No,
old.
she
And
was
until this
crazy.
day, I still don't play with your
Yeah.
grandmother because I seen her throw shit.
Right. Yes.
Mhm.
So
You may
that's
not be able to get up, but she's getting you
Yes.
somehow.
Right. But I
Mhm.
feel like my mother wasn't as I'm more conscious of like,
Right.
I realize it and I'm like, yo, I can't do the same
Mhm.
thing to my
Right.
kids.
Because like you just
Yeah.
said, we're more aware of things, right? We're more educated. We
Yeah.
go and we learn and we read about these things. We try to
Mhm.
better ourselves for our kids. It's
Yeah.
a different generation, right? They didn't have that. They just knew what they knew and they just passed it on to us.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
think
work
also
with their
our
bodies. Like my mom, they're like workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are workers, but we're here.
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
definitely eye-opening. And I see it more because I'm raising kids and I'm like, I don't want to mess them up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a learning, it's always learning.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So it's
Well,
like,
we're doing our best, right, to
Right.
make it different from how we was raised, right?
Mhm.
Right.
And it took, like you, Claudia, it took me a really long time to understand my mom, and that's why I say she loved me the best way she knew
yes, you
how,
could. Yes.
because her upbringing was terrible, but I'm sure we're not perfect. We're also making some
Of
mistakes.
course.
And
Of course.
I'm hoping that our own children are going to continue breaking those barriers,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I catch myself sometimes too, and I'm like, I can't do this, like I
Yeah.
can't. One thing I remember promising myself is I'm going to show my children love every day, because I
Yes.
wasn't
Yes.
shown that every day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's so important, Jessie, because I feel a lot of the stuff that's going on in this world today is
Mhm.
because people aren't loved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People are not being given love.
Mhm.
Especially in the world we're living in right now with technology. Everything is give the kid the phone, give the kid the tablet, give the kid the control for the video game, give the kid whatever he wants, a computer, just so he can get out of your hair. Where is the love you're giving this kid? Where is the time? When are you
Yeah.
sitting and asking, how happy are you from a 1 to a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's why we have
100%.
so many people with mental illness, with depression, with all these things, committing these crimes. I mean, look, there was just another shooting actually in Colorado,
Yeah.
and it was a student. And then they found him dead. And I truly believe it all comes from love, from
Yeah.
not being loved, not being given attention, that
Mhm.
time, that you're important to me moment. I think that's so important in all humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're hard conversations, you know. It's not easy to sit down and ask, you know, are you happy? You have to
Yeah.
be prepared to have
Mm-hmm.
a
That
possible hard
conversation.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's part of the building. That's
Yeah.
part of showing them love, that you're ready
Yeah.
to have the comfortable conversations
Mhm.
and the uncomfortable conversations. And that's in
Absolutely.
any relationship. And I
Everywhere.
think personally that's a lot where my marriage failed, right? Because I was like open to ask all these questions, but why? Why not? What's going on? But why aren't you telling me? What can I do different? And why? Right? But the other party wasn't open to have those uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I learned now that they weren't ready to embrace the level of discomfort they had within themselves.
Right.
And
Right.
I've always been like, well, this is me. And if you don't like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Right. From a kid, because my mother also did the best that she could raising us. Right. She was an orphan. She didn't have a maternal, you know, a maternal,
Instinct.
oh, a maternal
Figure.
role, right?
Figure.
A maternal
Role
figure.
model.
Right? Yeah, a maternal figure. And you know, she did the best that she could because she was raised by brutas. I love my aunts, but they were brutas, criando. They were, right? So she did the best that she could, and my mother would be like, oh, si tú te quedas gorda, nunca te vas a casar. She's like, por eso yo no te puedo comprar ropa porque tú siempre estás gorda. Mira todas las ropas bonitas, tú tienes que estar aquí inside the hockey, right? So in her mind, right, it's like si le insulto, a lo mejor se pone,
Will make you right.
And
That
I would
was
be
the
like, yeah.
worst.
It
I'll be
is.
like, yeah,
It
you
is.
want to insultar? Let me get a bacon double cheeseburger with fries and a vanilla milkshake and whipped cream. That was my thought process.
Right.
But I didn't realize I was just hurting myself. I mean, thank God I'm healthy. You know, and I've always loved myself. I've embraced myself with my weight and everything like that. But they didn't see it that way, right?
Mhm.
So, you know, you have to.
That was their way.
And I never had that communication with my mom. So the fact that you're open to have that communication with your daughter is a beautiful thing. And don't be afraid to do it. Because I wish I would be able to sit down and have those conversations with my mom. To this day, I can't, because they never opened that door with us.
Yeah.
You know, my godmother, I talked to my godmother about everything. Madrina me puso así, me puso así, hicimos esto, because my godmother opened that door for me. And she opened, there's no judgment, right?
Right.
But my mother on the other side, there's judgment. So don't, you know, I embrace you, you know, I applaud you for that you're open to have those comfortable and uncomfortable conversations with your kids. And that's what they were
to
talking
now,
about.
like, there is nothing like, and I know my kids, I think, are a little more like hesitant. Right? You know, I think that but through the age, and I'm like, listen, I'm your best friend. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm your best friend. Your friends are there, but like, if something happens, like, we are the ones. And you see I say this so much, my son, my little baby, my 3 years, like, mommy, you're my best friend. I'm like, yes.
Aww.
That's all the ones. I'm your best friend. It's important. We're trying to break it. It takes communication, self-reflection, vulnerability. So much vulnerability.
And courage.
So much.
It's a lot of
But
courage.
also, you have to be, like Jessica said, you have to be open to receive.
What they're gonna
The
say.
good and the bad.
Yeah.
So you can self-reflect.
Yeah. You have to go to have a good poker face until you know you're like.
Yeah. And you know, not necessarily you don't have to have you know, you want to show your kids you feel too.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
You know, so
definitely.
it's you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And also, I think for me too, like, to show them that it's okay to express themselves.
Absolutely.
But there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it that doesn't insult or like, because they could take this into anywhere, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But okay, you have something to say, but you have to.
Pero con respeto. You can say what you want to say. You can express yourself, but remember, I'm still your mother, which is the way I raise my boys. You know, and I say boys, even though they're men already. But it's a respeto. You know, like, we could joke, we could watch whatever you want to watch, we could drink together, we could do whatever you want. But remember, at the end of the day, I'm your mom. You gotta respect me. It's a lie.
I laugh because I used to tell my daughter, always be honest. Even if it hurts, you have to be honest.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
But she took that shit to a whole different thing. you know, she was like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo,
Me
you're
pa
gonna-
tanto. Me pa tanto.
you gotta be careful. She's like, but you told me to be honest.
Wow.
Feeling.
I'm like, I can be honest too. Like, you
Yeah.
want me to be honest?
Hello.
Right.
I
You
had-
don't want to hear my honesty.
Then I had to teach her, like, there's ways to say the same thing you're saying. You
Right.
could give the same message,
Yeah.
just a little bit more less raw, because mira, me quemaste ahí.
Un poquito menos. Bájale una rayita. Bájale una rayita.
No, for real.
God.
There's
No,
more
you
way.
think-
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yes.
That's,
Oh
you
my
know,
God. I remember one time my son, I came home and I said, he's like, oh, World War III, here we go. Like they associate me with like World War because I come home and it's a freaking mess. So I'm like, yo, pick up your shoes, and he's like, World War III is here. I'm like,
and you want to pick them up and be like,
Espérate, déjame show you World War III.
Too much, too much.
I can't. That's it. You know, but I think we've learned a lot from that one interview. I did.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No, it
learned
was
a lot,
amazing.
and it felt good to know that, sometimes we forget because they're in the limelight, right? They're in the public eye. You're like, oh, they have money and they may not go through the same things they get went through. It's harder for them because they're in the public eye.
Right. Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like, my whole life is publicized. And,
Right.
Kelly Clarkson was saying that. She was like, it was even harder because there was no privacy to my pain. There was no privacy to my hurt. And since there was no privacy, then let's write an album about it. I love that she,
Yes.
she pivoted. She
Yes.
pivoted.
Use
She
her
was like,
strength.
yeah,
That's right.
let's write an album about it. And her album is called Red Flags.
Yep. Yep.
They started talking about red
Yeah.
flags,
They
and one of
talked
them
about
is,
the red flags.
like, if someone has too many friends, then
Yeah.
he's like, then you really can't be a good friend to any. And
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Too
That was
many best
because it's
friends.
true.
That's what he said. Too many
Too
best
many
friends.
best friends. He's like, you can't have too many best friends. And she's like, yeah, you have a select few that really
Yeah.
can be you, and you can serve too, because
Right.
you can.
Yeah.
You know a lot of people, Fran, and you just it's hard.
Right. But you said it. I know a lot of people. Right. But if you really take a look and you count how many of you have been in my life, in my intimate personal life for the past 25, 30 years, I don't like new people. I don't.
Right.
The new people scare the shit out of me. Right.
Yeah.
Not because of, who I am or what I do, because I am nobody to feel that way, or I don't do anything super extravagant. But sometimes when you have strong, concrete friendships like we do, some people don't have that. And
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that, mommy. A lot.
Right. And they come in trying to be, or be part of that
Doesn't mix.
that foundation that we've built over the past 25 years, right?
Right.
Like I could smell
not
your
overnight.
shirt and know it's your shirt.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that if I have to go out with you, I got to bring food. I know if I'm, going with Gloria to the movies, I got to pack a little Ziploc with some chocolate because she likes to eat chocolate after popcorn. You know what I'm saying? I know that if I'm going to go somewhere or invite Jessica, there has to be fucking wine. Right. So, right. These are things that we picked up throughout the years. Right. You guys
That
wanna
we
make me
know.
happy? Buy me fucking Hello Kitty socks and I'll be fucking ecstatic. Right. So new people, that's why I'm so like, not against, but hesitant about if, people hanging out with people that I know.
Right.
Because of that, you become the common denominator in the conversation. Right. And then there's a lot of people that be like, oh, but Fran told me that you did this and this and this and this. And you're like, Fran said that? But yet, if you really know me, you would know that I didn't say that.
Right.
But if you're not a person that's strong-minded or really knows me, you might take that word into consideration and be like,
Right.
and then that creates a whole other thing. So I guess I know a lot of people, but that's what it is. I know
You know a lot of people.
and
Right.
I do have certain relationships with people, and I've known people for 25, 30 years, but those people you won't see in my immediate life.
Right.
You just won't,
Right.
so
And
I
another
think
thing, hold on.
I 6 and I'm good.
Yeah, but she also said You say, if you don't have friends.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
also a
another
red flag.
Oh,
weird.
that's
Yeah,
huge.
You're like,
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
huge.
That's-
That is
yeah.
so
Huge.
huge.
Yes, I
That's
agree with
actually
that.
scary
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
because that person's gonna be a leash on you.
Yeah, mija,
your
everything
friends
is
become their friend. It's too much. Too
no,
much.
no, and then
Sí.
and then
No puedo
everything is
respirar.
your fault. Everything you carry their shit. Like
Yes.
let's
Yes.
say I go out with my friends and I'll call him and be like, "Oh, hey, I'm back. Whatever, I had a good time." "Oh, what did you do?" "Oh, I was here lonely, alone."
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh.
not my problem. That's not gonna
No.
be
So
half
sorry
my
for
problem.
you. So sorry for you.
Sorry.
No. I'm sorry. And
know.
I'm gonna put out there my ex-husband was like that. You
I
know?
hate that shit. I
No,
hate
like
that shit.
you don't have friends. You don't want to go. You don't want to go to a titty bar. Like I'll get you 20 singles. I'm okay with
Yes.
it. Go.
Right.
You want to go play basketball? Go bowling. Go to the bar. Go to a
Right.
sports bar and go watch a game.
Because then
Yeah.
you
I
have
don't-
to keep there. You babysit all
No,
day.
no,
No.
I
And then
It
cannot
becomes work.
when
be
you guys used to feel
anybody's
mommy
sole
guilt,
person.
I
Yeah.
felt wife guilt. Like I would go out and be like, you want to come with us? You know,
I
Rodney's
hate
going.
that.
No, I'm not. No,
No.
I don't want to go.
No.
Oh well, I'm going. It came to the point that you're like, I'm going, right? And then it's
Mhm.
like you know, you don't build relationships. You got to build relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
with you,
I
Justice.
hate
Like you
that. Yeah,
carry
I
it.
Yeah.
hate
Agree.
that.
100%.
No,
Yeah.
I don't
My
like that.
favorite.
All in all, the best message I think from that whole interview is no que te lo mames.
You don't have to
was
go to every argument.
that-
What was it?
You don't
What
have
was
to
it?
attend every
Right.
argument.
Every
Right.
argument.
That's right.
No, it was that it is part of our story, not our story.
Yes.
Part of our story. And that's what we got to remember.
Yes.
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 It is part
Yes.
of our story. Absolutely.
And
Right.
we keep writing our story.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's not over. It's not over.
Yeah.
It is not over.
We're
But
in control.
We can continue with this conversation.
No, because we got water on the computer.
And I don't want to because Jessica's gonna make me ruin my computer. But definitely check out the interview. It's not a plug. We're not getting paid for this. It's in the real life, the Angie Martinez podcast, and it's the conversation between Angie Martinez and Kelly Clarkson. Take a minute, well, take an hour, sit
Yeah,
down,
an hour.
check it out. Check it out. It's definitely a conversation that I would say people need to listen to and take notes and walk away, you know, with things that could potentially change things in your life if you put them
Yeah.
into use. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Brillando con Gloria. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another segment of Brillando con Gloria. So today I am here to show you guys my amazing earrings from Arts by Sir. It is so beautiful the way she packages it and sends it. I am beyond excited. I love, love, love her work. She's just an amazing artist. She puts so much detail into everything she does and time and love. And it's just amazing. So first of all, it comes in a beautiful little red pouch, my favorite color, red. And she puts in here, which is so cute, her little business card that I love, her little business card. She also puts a thank you card, which is so special and important. You know, I learned a long time ago in my personal businesses that people wear a sign on their forehead that says, make me feel special or make me feel important. And a thank you goes so long. All my friends know that about me, that I'm all about the personal touch. I'm one of those people that still mails cards to people's homes. I know in the world we live in, everybody does everything electronically. That sucks. You need to keep it personal. So she wrote her little thank you card, which is so cute. And it says, thanks for your purchase. This truly made my day. I hope it makes yours. This item was made from and she wrote heart with the ART really big. I hope you love it as much as I created it. Arts by Sir. And then the little box also has her logo and it's also red. So exciting. And of course, because you guys know I'm a true fucking Dominicana, I got my Dominican flags maps and I love them. They are gorgeous. And I got to wear them, of course, on Dominican Independence Day as a proud Dominicana that I am. So if you haven't checked out her stuff, you need to go on her webpage. She sells them in Etsy as well. Her items are sold on Etsy, but you can go right on her website, which is Art Spicer. Hope you enjoyed my little segment as much as I did. Ciao. So ladies, what did you think of my segment with my beautiful earrings from Art Spicer?
Oh, love.
I can't
Love it.
wait. Yeah,
I can't wait for you girls to get your own so we can all wear them
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because her work is just beautiful and she does do all the
Yeah.
countries. Like she'll do
Mhm.
Colombia and she does Puerto Rico and she does Peru and she does, you know, everything, which I love. And she
Yeah.
does different ones because I know some people don't like big earrings. So she
Mhm.
does do smaller ones. And, you know, just her artwork is just so beautiful. Her picture frames and, you know, she does different things like pillowcases and she's just amazing. Anything she
does
puts
other
her hands on,
jewelry.
I think comes out so phenomenal. Like the time she did the Bad Bunny jeans that she
Mhm.
wore,
Yeah.
like that was amazing. You know,
Mhm.
she's just so talented.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes.
And she does some other kinds of earrings too. I mean,
Yes.
not earrings, pero she
Jewelry.
does rings,
Yes, rings.
Mhm.
Yes,
bracelets,
yes,
bangles.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I love how
Yeah.
it's like hand painted.
yeah. And everything is
Mhm.
handmade.
I love
Yeah.
it. So original.
Nothing
Yeah.
is like in a machine. Everything is one by one
No.
handmade.
Right.
Yep. And that's
yeah.
what makes her so special, that she takes the time
Exactly.
to literally paint all these things upon
Yeah.
request of the order.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm excited to get. I told her, I was like, I'm not a big earring person or whatever, and she's like, bueno, te jodiste, because everything I have is like, you know, but she did find a pair that are like square long of the Puerto
Yeah.
Rican flag.
That's nice. I like those. I actually
gonna-
like those, the long
yeah,
ones. Those are really nice.
I'm gonna order those.
La bandera. Yeah.
To wear for our show in Philly. But yeah, definitely check
Yes.
her out. I think
Awesome.
I'm excited for all of us to have.
Yes.
Yes.
That's gonna be so great.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cool. But guys, stay tuned for our final remarks. We'll be right back with our final remarks.
Hey y'all, what did you guys think about our show today? It was so good. I loved that we took the time to watch that podcast. Because it wasn't, to me, it wasn't learning. It was more of it just gave me that push to really be who I want to be, you know, empowerment. It was very empowering.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Like self-love.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
so important. I wish they had more of that for men. Like men needed
Yeah.
to,
Right.
you know,
right.
I in real, genuine conversation, you know,
Mhm.
So-
Yeah.
and from two women from two different perspectives, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
which
Right.
was nice to see.
Yeah.
You know,
It was.
Two different men, sorry. Two different women that both have worked very hard to be successful in a very hard industry, you
Yes.
know, and have been able to maintain their successes and still worked on their selves. That's empowering in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And to send a message to everyone to work on themselves and to know that, you know, whatever you go through or whatever you're dealing with is just part of your story. It's not your full story,
Yeah.
you know, and that it's so important to spend that alone time and find yourself and work on yourself and heal yourself. So then you can be good to others or for others, whether it's your family, your kids, your significant other. I think it was amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Absolutely.
And you know, I just saw something, another interview with, it was Shia LaBeouf, it was Jamie Foxx, it was Tom Hanks, and he said something that he was like, that he wished when he was younger, he would have learned that this too shall pass. right?
Absolutely.
Like I won an Oscar, but this too shall pass.
Absolutely.
I didn't get that movie, but this too shall pass. I lost a family member, but this too shall pass.
Yes.
So there's a lot of empowering and strong things going on out there that are trying to motivate and educate people on how to, you know, work on your mental health, work on yourself.
So
you know,
important.
and yeah, it's so important, and we, you know, we need to pay attention and continue empowering, you know, each other. But yeah, so I'm very happy and honored that we are all friends and we are here for each other the way that we are. It makes a difference.
Amen. Cheers to that.
Huge difference.
Yeah,
Cheers with my fake wine.
I won't drink now.
But guys, thank you so much for watching our show. Join us next week for a very empowering conversation on our youth.
Next week, we're going to sit down with author, motivational speaker, and actor April Hernandez Castillo. She's going to be accompanied by her daughter, you guys, Summer Rose Castillo from Alma's Way. Both are so very empowering and so motivating, and cannot wait for them to join us. Catch this interview on Wednesday at the YouTube channel.
And don't forget to tune in and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Wine Wisdom 5.
Y mira, don't forget to take a minute, sip some wine, and share a little wisdom. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.